Collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
From the Auburn Sports Network, Alpha Insurance presents Auburn Sports Today. Here's Brad Law.
It is game day for top-ranked Auburn basketball at LSU. Bruce Pearl previews the matchup on the Bayou.
LSU's guards, can really score, get downhill, provide you with some one-on-one, challenges. Obviously, Carter is leading the SEC in league games in scoring. Sears comes off the bench for them, is really a terrific scorer and an older kid, and lived at the foul line at UT Martin and is a really tough cover. And then their front line is just athletic, just really, really athletic. Bouncy, long, young, and so they like to play fast. They do a good job in transition, and this is a quad one opportunity for us. But for LSU, this is a separator. They're like one win against a team like Auburn away from being in, and so that's what we're going to face.
Tigers and Tigers tip at 6 tonight. We have your pregame coverage from Baton Rouge on the network at 5:30. Women's basketball is coming off a 23-point wire-to-wire win over Florida this past Sunday.
Those kids got in the gym. We missed our last basketball game. We missed a lot of shots. So they got in the gym and they put in the work. And when you do that, you have success.
Coach Jay's team doesn't play a midweek game, so they're in the gym prepping for Sunday's game at South Carolina. It starts a stretch of 3 of their next 4 away from home. Until tomorrow, I'm Brad Law for Auburn Sports Today.
What does it take to live an uncommon life? Here's former Super Bowl winning coach Tony Dungy with today's uncommon moment.
Joe Green, one of my teammates on the Pittsburgh Steelers, once told me about the time he was ready to quit. The team had been losing, so one day in 1972, he cleaned out his locker and headed for the airport. One of the Steeler coaches eventually persuaded him to return, but his story illustrates one of the challenges of leadership: keeping everyone on the team focused and committed to the mission through thick and thin. Whether with our personal goals or as leaders of others, we must always keep the vision out front and readily accessible. It's easy to forget sometimes why we do what we do, but keeping our eyes on the prize can keep us going.
Tony Dungy, author of the popular Uncommon book series. More at CoachDungy.com.
Your home for Super Bowl 59. WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the next evolution of sports talk radio. The biggest stories and the biggest reactions.
Now.
And now, we're taking...
With the first pick.
This is the last ball you got to bet.
The Inside Drive. From college to the pros. Interviews with the newsmakers, sports betting, your phone calls, and more. And now, The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Train roll on.
That's a good one.
On down the line. Please take me far away. Outside my door, leaving my woman at home. Tuesday's gone with the wind. My baby's gone
Friday morning. Jay Henley bringing us in with Tuesday's Gone. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN at Northwest Florida.
Monday's gone, Wednesday's gone, Thursday's gone.
Friday's still here.
Yeah.
But Tuesday is indeed gone.
You got that.
Tuesday's gone and Friday's here.
That's it. It makes me think of Happy Gilmore.
Every time.
Every time.
I'm hoping that's in the new one in July.
They would not be doing the movie justice if
That's
it's
right.
not in there. No
That's
doubt
right.
about that. But we appreciate you tuning in on 104.3 in Panama City or Panama City Beach and 101.9 down there in Port St. Joe. Or if you are watching, liking, listening, or commenting on social media, we appreciate it very, very much. That is Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. All you got to do, if you don't follow us, is search it up, ESPN Northwest Florida, and I promise you will find it. And, of course, you can also download our free mobile app inside the Google Play or Apple Store. All you got to do is search up what, Jay?
104.3. No letters, just numbers.
That's it, numbers.
Yeah.
And there's a decimal in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
What is that? It's a character, I guess, right?
Right.
It's not a number, it's not a letter, it's a character. Very cool. But when you download that free mobile app, if you already have it and you've already entered, just don't listen. But if you haven't, today is the last day. It is January 31st, Jay Henley. Today is the last day to enter the ESPN Northwest Florida Holland Hearts Magic Express. That's an opportunity to win 2 passes to watch the Orlando Magic play the Sacramento Kings coming up on Saturday, March 29th. You'll enjoy the game from where, Jay?
The luxurious suite.
Inside
the Kia Center.
And you'll also get some free food inside that luxurious suite. Hopefully the food matches the luxuriousness of the suite. And then this time, we're going to include some lodging in this particular trip. So that way you're not getting back at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. A little easier going and coming this time. So if you want to enter that contest, you just got to download our app. Hit the enter contest button, follow the rules. We appreciate PCB Hobby, Panama City, Toyota, Holland Hearts, Fairfield Inn, Hampton Inn on Thomas Drive, and Home 2 Suites for sponsoring this awesome contest. Again, it ends today, so if you want to get in on the action, you have to have our app downloaded.
We're not going Tom Bodette on that on the overnight stay, are we? No Tom Bodette.
Is that, we'll leave the light on for you? Yeah, Motel 6.
Motel 6.
I'm guessing it's either the companies that are with Fairfield Inn, Hampton Inn, or Home 2 Suites.
Okay, good.
Which I believe those are Hilton brands, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to guess it's going to be something along the lines of the Hilton family.
Do you remember the Super 8 motel?
Do I remember the Super 8? Who doesn't?
Motel 6. Was that like an off of a Motel 6 kind of? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that was Tom or not.
It was Steve.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. It's a catchy phrase, though.
What? We'll leave the light on for
and
you.
they got Hilton for the stay.
Right.
Makes me think of prison. You know what, for the stay. or the clink. I don't know. Jail. Whatever. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. But yes, you have to have the app downloaded. You got to enter that contest. So make it happen. Today is the last day. Jay, the question of the day. How is Sailor doing day 2?
Great.
Or day 3?
Day
2. Day 2.
Yeah, she was in surgery 48 hours about right now. So, but
that's a long daggum surgery.
48 hours.
well, yeah.
Surgeon's got to have some steady in.
But no, Dr. Carson, they called, left me a message yesterday. I haven't had a chance to reach back to her, but doing great. She's about 50%. And, I was looking at the incision last night. I mean, it's amazing. Like, it doesn't even look like she, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's
the work of a great doctor.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's good. It's, I'm glad that's over and behind us.
Yeah, well, it just took some phone calls right here on ESPN Northwest Florida to finally get it over the hump.
Yeah. What else are we doing? We going to call somebody else? Or?
I don't know. Not yet.
No.
I will say, though.
Do my live sex change live here on the air.
Ooh, there you go. Switching sides.
I'm trying to get into women's athletics.
Hey, you can't.
Danae is going to be your name.
Danae?
Danae.
You can't
Probably
anymore.
DeVita.
It's against the law. Right? Didn't they pass that?
Yeah, I'll move out of Florida.
No, I think it's...
Oh, national?
Wasn't that a executive
Okay, well, I'll
order?
be like most of the people who don't like the president or whatever. I'm moving out of this country.
Where are you going?
I'm heading to Brazil. No, they're not a big fan of that.
No. That's the thing. You start going...
Yeah, what country do you think I would fit in?
It's a lot worse in a lot of other places, I will tell you that much. But
do I keep the hardware or...
That's your call, man.
Yeah, I would like to.
Well, then
I'd like to
then
hold
why are
on to
you
my
doing it?
manhood,
Yeah,
but just be able to dominate in women's sports. That's my thought process.
You would hope.
Well,
It
come on.
would backfire.
I'm athletically gifted, even if my wrists barely work.
You've
and
you've got some ailments right now.
Yeah.
Well, when you're getting your switcher over, you can get those taken care of too.
Right. We'll just have all.
Save on the deductible.
It'll be like Operation.
Yeah. Water on the knee. Operation.
I could see David over in Jamaica on the beach, shirt off.
Is that what you picture?
Serving cocktails like Tom Cruise in Cocktails. Yeah.
What does that have to do with the reassignment surgery?
No,
Is that what it's actually
that's
called?
Sure.
I guess it is a reassignment. You have now changed. You switched teams. All right, I'm sorry.
You were right about the Burger King fries, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
What was the thing? Y'all had any question?
No,
Oh,
neither one of us were
not.
like, no. But I feel like this guy single-handedly keeps that one in business.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
You put a lot of salt on the fries, too. I like it.
Yeah.
Tastes McDonald's-y.
I do love
That's
it.
right.
So, did they do that or did you do it?
They did it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Facts? You didn't add this?
Keeping up with the Joneses.
That's the first batch of the day, I'm sure, because I was there like 10:29 a.m.
It's
I'm
fresh
dipping
oil.
in some mayonnaise right now.
I see it.
I saw him walk over with the mayonnaise. I was like, that's got to be for the French fries. Oh, goodness.
So what was the conversation?
No, it was like he asked me if I wanted it. It's like I'm good. I've already eaten, but he's like, I know David will eat these. I was
Yes,
like,
sir.
yeah, absolutely.
No food particle left to waste.
That's it. That's it. Oh, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Still got a spot left?
One spot left.
Well, time is ticking.
It is.
It's going to be spectacular on Sunday, too, by the way.
I know. And have you seen next week?
I am very excited. We've got playoffs next week in flag football, so
Yeah.
we always play better when it's warmer. So
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
excited about the weather.
It's going to be great. But yeah, Sunday afternoon, weather looks good. We got, 11 kids coming out for Sunday afternoon.
Hopefully
preseason.
12, golfwithjay.com,
Yeah.
or just give you a call, 770.
584-3506.
Boom.
Golfwithjay.com. Not Jay Delsing over in Missouri.
Nope.
We found that out.
That guy's a loser.
Yeah, right. And he's on ESPN over in St. Louis. It's insane. But
Loser.
But anyways, no, we got one more spot and hoping to fill that.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
That would be the bee's knees.
It would.
The bee's knees, indeed. Let's see. Jay, I don't really think I have anything for you. We'll talk about some middle school scores here real quick.
Yeah.
How did it go with Bozeman at home? First home game of the season.
Yeah, first home game of the season. Bozeman, lost to Mowat 44-11. Hey, they've got a great golf. They've got a great basketball team.
44 to what?
44-11. Yeah. So, we got inside the paint. Inside the paint.
That's good. Not for more than 3 seconds though, without the ball. Hopefully.
No. Yeah, but we just couldn't make some easy layups, and it just is what it is. I think there was some
Are you
travel.
coaching the middle school basketball team?
No.
He needs to.
No. Coach Alfer's doing a great job with those kids. I know there was some traveling calls in game one. But there was not many traveling calls for us. We're getting better.
Improvements, all you can really ask for.
Absolutely.
I remember when I thought about that about my 5U team.
Right? 5U. What size ball?
No, I
they
think
use?
there were 9U.
Yeah.
9U.
5U would be an adventure. That would be an adventure.
I can't imagine.
Whew.
God.
What's the youngest you take, like in your golf camps?
7. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. And even then, it's.
Can they even swing a golf club?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's
probably better than I am.
Well, that's what we talk about too. Like when they're 3, 4, 5, just put a club in their hand and put a ball down. Let them try to figure out how to make contact.
Yeah,
because you're not developed enough in your brain to make swing changes and that kind of stuff yet.
Well, I mean, and as a golf teacher, but as a golf professional, both of you guys know this. If someone is they're 12, 13 years old and they have an unorthodox swing, but they mash it. Do you change that to get their mechanics right, or do you just let them be who they are? Because I think that's one thing where coaching really screws up, especially in the world of baseball, because they have this kid who's making immaculate contact, and it's like, well, you don't do it by the book, and so therefore we're going to change everything, and they mess it up.
Yeah.
Whereas And that's one thing that I can that's similar in the world of baseball and golf is sometimes people have swings. Like you look at the tour, not everyone swings the same, not everyone's approach is the same, all of that good stuff. So how, as a teacher, do you approach someone who's playing great but they just don't look right doing it?
Yeah,
Charles Barkley,
Jim Furyk,
Bubba
Bubba Watson. I mean, all those guys. Great question.
That is a good question.
Great question. And you don't want to be Here, let's go back to Tiger Woods. All right, he had everything going, and Butch Harmon basically was like, be an athlete.
Yeah.
And then he ended up with Foley and the guys.
Wasn't it Hank first?
It was Hank.
Hank Haney.
And look, Hank at that time was messing with Charles Barkley, right? And so he was trying to fix Tiger. Tiger didn't need fixing.
This has to be fixed.
he just needs to be able to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and I think he tried to like justify his, his time being there. And you have to be very careful in what you say when you're teaching. And
yeah, because you could mess somebody up and it go the polar opposite way that you really want it to. And to your point, David, when you've got somebody who knows, I always say between 9 and 3, right? If you're good between 9 and 3 on your arc, getting the club where it needs to be on the plane and squaring it up at impact, whatever you're doing else, as long as it's not something, obviously it's not detrimental if you're making good contact. The 9 and 3, if that's good, everything else is fine. And then that's where you start working on the short game and putting.
Because that's the most important, right?
And course management. Yeah. Like, if you're making good contact and hitting the ball solid and you're not scoring really well, you can quickly find out where you're losing strokes in those scoring. So to answer your question, when I used to teach, I would, if somebody was making good contact and getting the ball square at impact, we'd usually just work on things to get them to score better, not necessarily change their swing. Because like David said, you could put the wrong swing thought in their head, and then boom, all of a sudden, now they're doing something that's making their game not so good.
And I think that's so important. What Jay said is, especially in the world of golf, like in sports that are a little bit more individual, where golf is totally an individual sport, but even you look at baseball, it has its individual aspects of it, and you say the wrong thing to them. Yep. I mean, and that's across the board in sports when it comes to coaching. Yeah. You approach a child the wrong way, or an athlete rather, the wrong way, and you can screw up the relationship that you have with that kid, and so therefore you don't have that coaching relationship anymore, and that messes things up. I think that's so important what you said, because it's so hard to walk that line all the time, because we're still human beings at the end of the day, and we, the same way that those kids might have emotions, we have to try to be in charge of our emotions all the time as coaches.
Well, and if I'm in an hour-long golf lesson and it gets 10 or 15 minutes in, and they're the first one to ask the question to me, I feel like that's a victory to me. Is like when they've asked me, like, why is it doing that? I'm like, you have my attention.
Because then there's times, right, where athletes in general, human beings in general rather, feel like they know everything. And so sometimes when they're being taught something and they already feel like they know it, once they start asking questions, that's when you know, oh, they're locked in. They actually want to get
that's
better.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. And if, and like you said, the whole knowing everything, typically people with that type of demeanor or attitude are uncoachable, and typically probably not going to be that great at whatever particular sport or discipline that they're working on.
Now, I will say, because we've had Scott Porter and Maddox Lytle, we've both had them on, the show, and they have this podcast now called Overqualified Golf Dads Podcast. But anyway, they're both brand new dads, and they're in their late 20s and stuff. But they made a great point yesterday about when do I get my kids into golf, and Scott made a great point on this. He was like, look, if they're 13 or 14 and they're picking up the golf club for the first time, but they've been playing soccer, football, basketball, they've been playing all that, they're going to be behind the 8 ball. So it's so important at 5, 6, 7 to get that
club in their hand.
Get that club in their hand, and then play all the other sports. And then when they get to 13 or 14 and they're like, like Dad, Mom, I want to play golf now, they're already kind of ahead of the curve. So no, that was a great point Scott made. I don't mean to plug them or anything.
No, shoot.
They just started their podcast. But
good stuff.
They're overqualified.
They're overqualified golf dads.
I think that's a very interesting thing, though, because
it's underqualified. I don't know I think it's overqualified. Anyway.
overqualified is very pompous, but
Hilarious. Or is it underqualified? Anyway,
I don't know. I have no idea what the podcast is. Either way, though, nothing wrong with the plug every now and again. What I will say, though, is, okay, do you want them to be good at golf, or are you trying to have are you hoping that they're a professional golfer? Because you guys know better than I do, like, what it takes. You guys are really good at golf. The two of you, right? Like, better than what would you say to be a PGA professional, right? And I'm not talking PGA Tour, but that's what you guys are, PGA professionals, right? Where does that got you? Top 5% of the world in golfers? Am I low on that number?
Could be. I mean, because the average
3 to 5%. Let's say that.
Probably, because your 1%ers are your
PGA Tour, your
golf,
tours,
your actual playing professionals.
Your TGLs.
Yeah, TGLs is the
I mean, that's like
percenters.
Yeah, that's being nice. That's being mean.
That's
actually.
the best of the best. That's for sure. But yeah, no, and you know, it's one of those things. It's really, really hard, and you've got to make a decision at some point when you're a kid and a young teenager. Are you going to try to, make this something that you're going to make your discipline and do? Yeah. Or are you just going to want to be, good enough at it to play recreationally, play with your friends, playing scrambles,
Well, because I think that's how old I was when I picked up a golf club for the first time. It was like 13 or 14. I remember because, my dad would play golf with his brother every now and again. And so I went into our shed and I got his golf clubs out and I teed up a ball right next to the road and I hit it right into the church across the street and broke the window. That was my first ever golf swing.
Church window?
Yeah. Well, my dad was a pastor.
Yeah. Forgive me, Lord.
Well, I mean, I don't think God really cares that much about that. I think he was like, hey, that's a boy right there. Boys are going to be boys, But I did get my hind beat for that, as normal. Because I think I also tried to lie about it. I mean, I don't know what happened. Well, why is there a golf ball in the church, David? Don't know. Why is my driver missing? I don't know.
That was the easiest mystery to solve in the history of time.
Yeah. No,
did you try to hit a golf ball through Golf Plus last night? Is that what it was?
I saw that.
Wait, what happened?
There was a truck. An older gentleman.
Y'all are joking.
No. He got his foot got stuck on the accelerator and crashed into the front
of Golf Plus.
Yeah.
You know what? So he was on the air with us yesterday saying like it's time for me to look for a new building. It's like we just brought God into the conversation. It's like okay, that seems like God, connected the dots. Yeah. Sometimes we don't see it like that, because it's a problematic, a negative situation from our small minds. But yeah, wow, that's I did not see that. I haven't been on my phone today, but outside of saying, hey, one more minute.
Uno mas minuto. Speaking of one more minute, we got to go ahead and take our first break of the show. Some good golf conversation to get us started on Fun Friday. Don't forget, it's Friday, so we got Aaron Bearden coming up at 12:20, and Alan Sandage should be giving us a call around 12:40, as I want to get his opinion on some of the notable players that had great Senior Bowls, because they he's getting back from Mobile. Him and Keith drove back from Mobile last night to Atlanta, and then he's flying back to up there to Virginia.
Stranger danger.
Yeah, we haven't heard Alan on the show in a long time. But anyway, you're listening to The Inside Drive. It is Friday. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
And we were texting each other back and forth because he was having the same problem. And I said, hey, I think this is going to be the last flight that gets into the Panhandle. I do not want to be on a plane for a while. I'm good. 'Cause I can't drive there for a couple months. I ain't going.
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the south, a mixture of very light rain and mostly clouds, and 69. Mostly clear skies tonight, slightly colder at 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and a light breeze right around 6 miles per hour with a high of 66. About the same at 67 Sunday, and we'll have mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59, because we are rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now, so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. 5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison. From the beach to the bay to the backyard, it's the Inside Drive from the Bill Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studio.
I've got sand in my underpants.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Summertime and the wind is blowing outside in Lower Chelsea. Don't know what I'm doing in the city. Sun is always in my eye. Crashes through the window, sleeping on the couch. Came to visit you. That's when I knew could never have you. I knew that before you did. Still, I'm wondering stupid. There's this burning, like there's always been.
Motorcycles drive by.
Oh, who sings that?
Well, Zach Bryan's got one out there now, but that's Third Eye Blind.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Little Third Eye Blind, taking it back to the 90s for us. Jay Hanley, Taylor Guitar. Fun Friday. You're listening to the Inside Drive. We appreciate you hanging out and tuning in with us. Real quick, I'll finish up on these middle school scores, and then I want to get Jay's what Rory McIlroy is saying is the biggest issue right now with your favorite golf league.
Okay.
I'm still dealing with, and it just comes. It's like I'm normal, and then it just hits me,
I'm right there
hits
with
me
you.
like a truck.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, you got the hiccups too, Ryan? Or
I don't have the hiccups.
No, I don't have
just
the
got
hiccups.
like,
Oh, it's not hiccups?
No, it's like it's still whatever that was.
Is it like acid reflux type feeling?
No, because I take stuff for that daily. But yeah, no, it's just like a cough that comes out of nowhere, and I'll just be like normal, and then it'll boom get me.
This week is like the first week that I've gotten to the point where I don't have like that dry cough. It's weird.
And there's a lot of people, a lot of crud going around this winter, but
love some crud.
Yeah, no doubt. Now that it's 72 degrees, the pollen will start popping, and
it is going to go back down to 40 degrees. We're all going to get sick again.
No, it's
not.
We're done.
We're not.
How long have you lived in Florida? We're going to get into April. There's going to be days that drop down, like it'll go from 40 to 50.
There's always one more freeze right around Easter.
Yeah.
And then once that one happens, then we're usually on our way.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Preach the truth, Ryan.
That's just facts.
My goodness
That's just
gracious.
facts. What is it? Middle school soccer. Okay, so on the soccer side of things, North Bay Haven hosted Merritt Brown. They won that one 5-0. Palm Bay and Jenks, that was at Palm Bay. Jenks won that one 3-1. Bay Haven beat Surfside at Surfside 2-1. University Academy, their first home game in school history. Mercy ruled Breakfast Academy 8-0. Shout out to Aubrey Davis, who had a hat trick in the first half. Cheney Humphreys had 2 goals. Mara had a goal. Who else had a goal? As part of my assistant coaching job, I got to keep the stats. Lily Flippin had a goal, and let's see who else. And then Ziana, who is an awesome athlete. She is super fast. She had a goal as well as 2 assists. Alani had her first assist of her soccer career, and then Ella Granger had an assist as well. So congratulations. They won their first ever game. They're out on the turf. I'll just call it the Eagle Turf because it's just regular colored turf. But it's
Fishbowl, Eagle Turf.
Fishbowl, Eagle Turf. I told Jacob last night about that, David, that you call it the Fishbowl. He liked that. He got a kick out of it.
The fishbowl?
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's your phrase, so you should like it.
Inside Drived it.
Nah, that was you.
And what was the pulse of that basketball game last night?
About 180 beats per minute.
The stadium pulse.
Stadium pulse was
Have
rocking.
you ever had your heart beat at 180 beats per minute?
I have no idea.
I don't regularly know what it is.
You gotta
so-
watch.
Yeah.
And
I'm not cool.
one time it got up there because your heart shouldn't be beating over 120 if you're not doing anything active.
Physically, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was one time, that thing started beating, bro. It got up to like 186 beats per minute. And then.
And you were resting when that happened?
Yeah, I was laying in bed.
And eating up
it,
the French fries will get you to 180.
Yeah, there you go. But no, it's like I started climbing. It was like 120, then it was like 130, 140, 150, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little worried about this, but you guys know me, like
you don't care.
It's just like,
You're
well,
I need to find a cheeseburger.
I see the light. Someone gave me.
Anybody got any mayo? I need to calm my heart rate down.
And so I called Kyle Wright because he's got AFib.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, bro, like, you think I should go to the doctor? He was like, well, you got 2 lungs, you got 2 kidneys, you got 2 organs, but you only have 1 heart. I was like, okay, all right, that's kind of pushed me in the right direction. And then my ex-fiance was like, listen.
But you got a big heart, though, man.
Yeah.
Well, and the bigger the heart, the bigger the explosion.
But
yeah, so I went, and it was absolutely. I wish that I would have never went.
Yeah, because it was.
Yeah, it was like it cost me. All it did was cost me money.
Yep.
For them to be like, yeah, we're gonna put some IVs in. So you're telling me I could have drank water?
Yeah.
You're telling me I could have just drank water for a long time and I've been okay?
Yeah.
My gosh,
Put some
dude.
saline in your body.
That's the thing is every
That's
time
why you don't go.
I went right, and I went for a broken nose one time. I knew my teammates all made me go, but I was like, I know that they're not gonna be able to do nothing for
Look
this.
at my nose. There's nothing you can do about a broken nose.
That's
it
what
breaks.
I'm saying. It wasn't even the first time that my nose has been broken. So it's one of those things where it's like I've had so many negative run-ins with it was just like I never have a situation where it can actually be fixed. Now I do feel like what I'm dealing with right now in my joints probably is something that
We'll cross that bridge eventually.
we'll
And not
get
the
there.
rainbow one.
Well, that's for dogs. I'm
That
just
is
gonna cross
true.
the regular death bridge.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, goodness. All right, let's switch over to...
Jay's like, that guy, y'all think I'm dumb. Listen, y'all hear him?
Yeah, it's a resting heartbeat and the active heartbeat.
Right.
Yeah, that's up there for just resting, especially in bed. Boys basketball side of things, as we already mentioned, Mowat won 49-11 up there at Bozeman. Surfside beat Bayhaven 50-43. I don't have the North Bayhaven Merritt Brown score, but I do have the Rutherford and Jinx score. Jinx off to a solid 2-0 start, hanging 40 points in both of their first 2 games. This time was against Rutherford. Rutherford scored 18 to Jinx's 40. So Jinx, the back-to-back defending county champion, is off to a 2-0 start. And then the first ever home basketball game at University Academy was a barn burner against Breakfast Point. Final score in that one, Breakfast Point 37, University Academy 36. University Academy had the ball with about 5 seconds to go, and one of the players went up for a layup and was just a little too strong, and it came off the front of the rim. But if that would have dropped, that place would have went absolutely nuts, because there was at least 100, maybe 200 students in the student section there in the fishbowl, and they were loud, and it was a great opening home game there for the boys basketball team. They'll be back at home next Thursday, but against a very tough opponent in Jinx. But yeah. And then, of course, got to talk about Dynasty Flag football as we approach the playoffs next week. We finished out the regular season last night with a solid victory, but the best part of last night is we were able to get a lot of people in and out of the game. But big shout out to G Money, a.k.a. Garrett Moore, Doug Moore and Kerry Moore's son. And
he's got an older brother, Garrett's brother does.
Yeah, Weston. Yep, he's...
that's just Garrett's brother. That's what we know.
Yeah, Garrett's brother. Yep. Yeah, Garrett's brother, indeed. But yeah, Weston was a standout soccer player there for UA. He'll go on to do great things as well, probably for Mosley, if I had to guess. But anyway, G Money had his first ever touchdown reception last night.
So cool.
And it was awesome. He reminded me that we did many years ago get him a rushing touchdown, but in the younger divisions there's no run zones. So you can be a yard out from the end zone or 2 or 3 and you can still run the football.
Yeah. But still, that was a phenomenal touchdown catch from him last night. And then to compound that, Griffin getting the 2-point conversion on the same touchdown that Griffin scored. I mean, it does not get better than that. And Griffin with the great catch, but Garrett's catch was that was a really good catch.
Yeah.
That wasn't easy.
Yeah, and it was bang, bang, because they brought the rush, and as soon as I saw the rush, I was like, oh, no, this is going to blow up the opportunity. And then Liam just rolled out quick to the right, dropped it over the top, right into Garrett's hands. He made a nice catch and actually let that ball come to his hands and get it rather than trying to throw his hands at that ball. So cool stuff from G Money. And, of course, the playoff bracket will probably be out sometime later today. We'll find out who we're playing. But there's the top 5 teams in that league all can beat one another, in my opinion.
Is that what the playoff bracket is? 5? Like, is that us getting a bye and then?
Yeah, because I think he's going to split it between the top 5 teams and then the bottom 4 teams, and they'll each play their own playoff bracket.
Oh, there's 9 teams. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So we'll likely have a bye on Monday, and then depending on how the bracket works out, obviously the 2 teams, the way the standings are, I think it'll be the Hurricanes and the Ankle Biters playing, and then the Patriots and the Lightning.
Gotcha.
And then wherever we sit in that bracket, I would assume it would be, because it's not going to be reseeded, so we'll play the winner of one of those matchups.
I mean, it was a fun way to end the season like that, being able to get everyone involved, getting everyone some reps and everything, but hey, it's a different world when we get to the playoffs here, so I hope that they, got their mind strapped on.
That's right.
Whenever it comes time to the playoff games.
Everybody lock in, because, that's what it's all about, Jay.
Yeah, you got to be patient, I'm sure. Like you
got to have rhythm and balance as well.
Rhythm and balance, patience, yeah. You got to have all that.
Everything. Can't be too patient, though. You only got a 6-second passing clock.
Right.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
P-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-P-E.
Hey.
Be aggressive.
Hey.
Woo!
There we go.
Building the dynasty, where are you at as far as the 0 to 25, like, in the Price is Right cliffhanger thing? Where are you sitting right now?
The Price is Right. What do you mean, how many years have we been doing this?
Or just where you're at as far as building the dynasty into, like,
Into what?
I don't know, like the end all, but like the top. Like
How many championships do you have?
Just one.
Okay, so we win this one, then we're on our way to a true dynasty next season.
Yeah, we've been in the championship game quite a bit, but
so you've already got the dynasty then.
A lot of
in the championship game.
Yeah,
because every time I've been with you, we've been in the championship game.
Yeah,
we won it last year though.
Yeah, we won it in the summer. Last winter, we were runner-up. We lost in the championship game, but we did have that spectacular semifinal overtime victory, which was a year ago today. That was a lot of fun.
I will
always remember that one.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the kids will, too.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good time.
Who caught the catch?
Luke,
that's right. Luke.
And had a huge catch earlier in that half that got us a huge first down.
Mm-hmm.
So... But yeah.
Had a big night. Well, who didn't have a big night last night, though?
Shout out to Dawson Darcy, too. He made some spectacular catches yesterday. Cool. And then Sawyer Blue made a little toe tap catch in the corner of the end zone. Kids were having a lot of fun last night. It was a great time. Great time.
And they're so talented, but the beautiful thing for me, like what really makes me, being able to coach alongside Ryan and that just means the world to me. But
he keeps me grounded,
seeing these kids, the love that, like what we were talking about earlier, where Miles, the Facebook videos that he posted, where everyone just roots for everyone. And you know who I think the biggest supporter of that is? John Andrew.
Oh, no doubt.
John Andrew is, I tell you what, and I tell him this all the time, that guy is going to be something special on this earth just because of the love that he has for everyone.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop.
And he's a true leader.
Yeah.
He's a true leader. He's what you want as a teammate.
Yeah.
Right. But the group
is what I want as a player. I'm like, I don't even care because he's talented. There's no doubt about
and
that.
He's very coachable.
A different body size. You know what I mean? He's athletic. It's just athletic in his own right. But if I had a team full of John Andrews, it'd be like, what? The sky is the limit.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, it's just a good group of kids. It's truly a family. And
right.
They all love each other and they all play for each other. Yeah. And that's kind of the stuff we preach. And all these kids are going to go on to be very successful in whatever they end up doing. PGA Tour action, Jay. Where are we at?
Pebble Beach,
the AT&T Pro-Am.
Yeah.
Got some celebrities playing in it. But he's not in the lead anymore as Lee Hodges is 2 under par through 3 at Spyglass Hill. But your boy Cousin Russell shot a little 64 yesterday on Pebble Beach, and he's currently tied for the lead. He's playing Pebble Beach today. I don't know what course he played yesterday. But yeah, Spyglass Hill is a very, very, very tough golf course. But
the toughest out of all of them they're playing out there?
No doubt. And I don't think they play Monterey Peninsula anymore because this is now a signature event. So the field is a lot smaller. Let's see how many. We have 80 total people in this field. Now they have all the celebrities as well that play with them in the Pro-Am part of it, so that's why you still have to use 2 golf courses. But originally, when this was a full field event, it was played on Pebble Beach, Spyglass, and Monterey Peninsula. Back in the day, it was also played on Poppy Hills, which is one of the first golf courses I ever hit some shots on, which was pretty cool. I was 5 years old when we lived out there.
You got a list of any of the celebrities? I have not even looked at the kind of
Tiger Woods.
Spot.
He's not playing.
Oh.
He's strictly TGL.
He's going to play in the majors.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to, he plays in the best golf league out there.
Yeah. The golf league of tomorrow. Tomorrow's golf league. Yeah.
But
overtime comes down to a shootout soccer style.
And they all suck. Real quick for Jay, Monday night's TGL match between Rory McIlroy's Boston Commons Golf and Tiger Woods' Jupiter Links delivered the Startup League's best match to date and potentially showed them the formula for long-term success.
Yeah, have Rory and Tiger play against each other every time.
Pretty simple.
That was, come on now, it's not rocket science.
But the high-tech simulator league still needs to iron out kinks, test new ideas and form an identity. The biggest question TGL faced during its first month outside of what song will Tiger walk out to was around the simulator technology, the high-tech green, and the integrity of both. The Full Swing Simulator drew some confused reactions from Woods, Homa, and Kisner during their first TGL match. The green complex also presented problems as pros have routinely been unable to keep from blowing 20-foot putts 4 to 6 feet past the hole. But according to McIlroy, one of the league's co-founders, the biggest issue with the gameplay is not the simulator screen or the green. Jay, what do you think it is?
Not the simulator, not the green.
Yep.
Don't know.
Das Bunker.
Oh.
It's the bunkers.
And they don't even... when the ball goes into the bunker, it's just on top of the sand. It's not like how it would be actually buried if
because it's not flying into the bunker. Yeah.
Right, but throw that ball in there.
Yeah.
So they're complaining about that bunker?
I guess.
Oh, my gosh. You are professionals. Like, you should be able to get it out of any bunker in the whole entire...
BS league.
That's my thought.
Maybe they go with that. BSGL.
Yeah, BSTGL.
They always have to complain about something.
Yeah. He goes on to say,
I'm a golf teacher I know.
So in the arena, as the night goes on and the humidity drops in there, they have to water the sand quite a lot to keep moisture in it. So, they only get to water it before the game is played. But once we get in there, it starts to dry up, McIlroy said during his pre-tournament interview for the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. So the bunker shot I hit last night, it felt like my club was going through flour instead of through sand. Look, these things that you all learn on the fly. This is a startup. It's 4 weeks old. We've had time to prepare, and we've done everything we can. But it's a learning process as we go along. And I think each and every week, it's got to get a little better. Obviously, I think last night was one of the best so far. Hopefully, we can keep improving as we go on. McIlroy admitted he had some questions about the integrity of the TGL technology, but the pre-match practice session eliminated his worries. Tech-wise and numbers-wise, I've had the same concerns, I guess, just I hadn't obviously played a match, McIlroy said. I went in there on Wednesday and I brought 2 other launch monitors with me. I had my GC quad and I brought my TrackMan, obviously hitting balls into the screen, and every number was virtually identical. That put my concerns to bed, which was really good. The 4-time champion acknowledged that it's an adjustment for pros to hit into a screen instead of a live target, which could have explained some of the wayward shots we've seen over the first month of the TGL.
How egotistical. How prideful, how boastful for this guy to say, oh, yeah, it's one of our best that we've had in the first one that he's played in.
Yeah.
How about some love for your fellow competitors?
Nah, it's Rory.
Yeah, true. True story.
He's a jackwagon. But anyway,
jackwagon.
Well, I couldn't say the other one.
I know, I like that. I think you could say jackass. It just means
you just did, so yeah, it's true.
Well, what's a jackwagon? Is that like
It's like a wagon that got jacked.
Yeah, it's just the wheels don't work very well.
Yeah.
You don't want to take it on the beach. Or in the sand in the TGL.
No.
You call it a semi-truck or a tractor-trailer, Jay?
What?
Semi-truck or a tractor-trailer?
Tractor-trailer.
You call it that?
Or a Mack truck. Or
Northerner.
Hey, daggum Yankee.
Yeah, go back.
Why don't you play Yankee Doodle whenever we get back?
Yeah, because we got to go ahead and take a break real quick. You guys are listening to The Inside Drive. Rory's complaining the sand is too dry, Jay, in your favorite league in professional golf. We'll be right back. What will Jay play next? Stay tuned. We'll find out.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Jesselyn, I'm looking at your snowman picture right now. Are those twins?
They are.
Adorable. Well, congratulations. You just won the best snowman competition.
Hey, thank you.
Have you been enjoying the snow?
I have been. We've been out just about as much as we can tolerate.
Well, you guys scored a gift card to Major Smokehouse and That Boot Store.
All right.
Congratulations from ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we are rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. $5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMITTED.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Hey folks, Chris Kramer with Bill Kramer GM. And the best place to listen to the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is inside a brand new vehicle from Bill Kramer GM. And I want you to know we've got 10 times the amount of inventory on the ground as we did this time last year, and darn near all of them are discounted. So shop us online at BillKramerGM.com or visit the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd. We'll make it easy and take great care of you.
For the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey and Jay Henley.
This man is destroying golf.
Broadcasting live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
You may be right, but our ratings are up and we're attracting new youthful sponsors.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man. Oh, she dreams in color, she dreams in red.
Yeah.
Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man.
That's it? That's all we get? That's
He finally wears the headphones and he's realized what he's been missing the whole time.
Yeah, what it actually sounds like. Oh, goodness. Goodness. What is, what does dreaming in red mean?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Probably nightmare where she was bleeding or dreaming that she was bleeding.
Ooh,
or
yeah.
Could have been dreaming once a month, 12 times a year.
There's some crazy lyrics from the 90s, man. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. She can't find a better man.
No. She wasn't really looking, though, so it's tough to find something when you're not looking.
That's true, but sometimes they say that when you're not looking is when you find it.
That's true.
Very true.
It's like when you're trying to remember something, so just don't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it pops into your
head.
head.
And then it does. It pops in just like a...
You're like, oh, that's right.
It's kind of like the little bubble wrap.
Yep.
Oh, good. I don't know which one that came from.
It was both.
Did you do it too?
Yeah, both.
You're so talented.
Oh.
Ooh.
That boy.
You go to
top again.
Oh. Pearl Jam. Nice.
Well, it's a country version of it, but yeah.
Didn't sound country.
That was your most uncountry version
that sounded more like you were trying to emulate the actual guy. I don't know his name.
Well, and then, in that same Vitology CD, there's a Nothing Man. So it went from Better Man to Nothing Man.
Another man.
Goodness
I don't know what Nothing Man's about, but... Probably about nothing.
Not about a whole lot. That's for sure.
Well, he lays on the couch all day. What's he do? Nothing, man. Nothing, man.
That's technically doing something, right? You're laying on the couch.
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, so then we're always doing something then.
Fair.
Yes.
9 times out of 10, we're 100% right.
Yeah, if anyone ever asks me, I'm up to nothing. No, you're not. You're doing something.
BS.
I bet
Call
you're
him out.
thinking. Exactly,
Yeah.
you jackwagon.
You're always
Gosh.
doing something.
Flipping that channel changer, what I'm doing.
The changer.
Using that
You just
thumb.
dropped the changer term. Yep. You just dated yourself. Oh, goodness.
If he really dated himself, he would have been up against the TV pressing the buttons for his parents. Happy, what channel do you want this on? yeah.
You gotta turn the knob.
Turn the knob.
Man,
Oh, wow.
You had a volume knob and you had a channel knob.
The tube, and then you took your newer TV. Well, no, you couldn't really start putting TVs on top of TVs until we got about to.
It had to be light enough.
Yeah. Well, not just. Yeah, light enough, yeah.
And when those plasma TVs first came out, they
Whoa.
were heavy as can be. Not as heavy as the the big projector TV that had the
No.
big back.
Yeah.
Plasma.
And you still get snow, like the black and the gray or whatever
Yeah, I
on
know
the
what you're talking
TV.
about, yeah.
But it doesn't have the sound anymore, though. I don't love the sound, but do you remember the sound it used to make?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Boston Tim says it's a clicker.
A clicker.
Not a clicker.
The remote.
Clicker.
That's what we called it. We called it a remote.
We called it a remote.
Remote control.
Remote.
Remote.
That was one of my friends. That's what they call it.
Throw a K in there. Why not?
Yeah.
Channel changer amongst the pines in South Georgia. Channel changer.
Yeah.
Heading down south.
That's right.
To the land of the pines.
Yeah.
Thumbing my way out of North
Carolina.
Doc A was so excited about that.
He was.
He texted me about it later that day.
Did he
I had to
really?
cut the clip for him because he wanted to see it.
Oh,
He's like,
cool.
I need to see you guys sing. I was like, no, you don't. But here it is. Oh, goodness. All right, we got the Afternoon Delight debrief segment coming up next. We got Aaron Bearden at 12:20. We got Alan Sandage at 12:40, Jay. So guess what we got to do right now? What do we got to do now?
Make our picks.
That's it.
Oh.
That is
Skater.
Skater.
I'm sorry.
Skater.
Yeah. Oh, man. I almost said what you said for Tourette's girl on Facebook.
Oh, man.
There's a clip I meant to send to y'all. And I just
She's worth a follow if you, you can handle
She has a
humor
lot of,
and not feel bad about it.
Ticks about certain body parts of the male and female anatomy.
Yeah.
Because they're always on her mind. That's
Yeah?
what she said. That's what she said.
Always on my mind. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 basketball games.
9.
And then the Pro Bowl. Which,
We're going to pick the Pro Bowl. I
heck
like
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, and the
I'm with
NFC
it.
is off to a 14-7 lead, so take that into consideration, Jay, when you're making your pick for the AFC versus the NFC. I believe that's 3 p.m.-ish on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
And they've got a couple games, and then it culminates with the flag football game. All right, I'll get you some spreads, Jay, just to give you a little more information about what we're looking at here. Got to find it, though. College basketball.
Look at Pat McAfee's shirt. Indy 317. Why is that?
I don't know.
What's he trying to say?
That's what I just said.
Yeah,
Why
I think
is
it's what he's trying to figure out. Jay, a quick Google search of what does Indy 317 mean on Pat McAfee's shirt maybe gives you the answer. I don't know. You could always ask ChatGPT as well. Just don't give him too much personal information.
March 17th. That's a Monday.
It's St. Patty's Day.
It is St. Patty's Day. Indianapolis isn't until August 1, just about, like the Indy 500.
He
that's
played for the Colts, the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh,
boy.
Okay, learning more.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. He left his contract to do this, and
It's the area code of Indianapolis.
Duval.
No, that was way too strong.
Duval. Liam Cohen is going to get wrecked on social media just throughout the season. He just doesn't. He looks like an actor from like Parks and Rec or something like that. He just does not look like a head football coach. All right, let's find the top 25 games.
That's pretty cool of Pat McAfee to do that, though, because obviously it's a play on Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Which, do you know how he Stone Cold got that? I've been watching the Mr. McMahon documentary. We got to get...
No, it's yeah. We can kick some cans here in this next one. I don't know why on Fridays they don't have the lines for Saturday basketball. The same thing happened last week.
It's all right. We don't need those.
No, I was trying to give Jay some some extra information.
Yeah. No, I don't go off that stuff.
Do you?
Mm-mm.
You go to Burger King quite often.
He goes to Burger King quite often and daggone whips everyone's tail in picking in the NFL as well.
You can go to hell. All right, first we'll go Florida at Tennessee. Florida, I believe, is 5 or 6 in the nation, but they got to go up to Rocky Top. Jay, what say you?
Let's go Florida.
All right. David Hayes?
I'm going to go good old Rocky Top, baby.
I'm also going to go with Rocky Top. If it was in Florida, it'd be the Gators all day, but Florida's gotten some serious wins. I think they're due for a loss, and on the road at Tennessee might be where it happens. All right, next we got Auburn at Ole Miss. That'll be right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. I believe tip-off for that is 1 p.m. And then following that game, we've got the old Tobacco Road rivalry. We got Duke and North Carolina as well. So we've got multiple college basketball games on tomorrow. David, Auburn or Ole Miss?
Give me War Eagle or give me death.
War Eagle. All right.
They're in Oxford, though?
Yeah, it's in Oxford.
Still believe in the Eagles.
Yep.
War Beagle.
War Weagle, War damn Eagle. I'm also going with Auburn. So far, they have not shown me a reason not to pick them to win. Jay Henley?
On to victory, strike up the band, give them hell, give them hell.
Stand up and yell, hey!
War Eagle.
War Eagle soaring the plains. All right, Missouri at Mississippi State. I get to pick first in this one.
Ooh, tough.
I got the Tigers in this one.
The Tigers.
The Tigers are stronger than Bulldogs.
Yeah.
But Bulldogs can be very aggressive. But I'm going with Mizzou on this one. Jay Henley, what say you?
I'll go Bulldogs.
Mississippi State.
Yeah, give me them Bizarro Bulldogs as well.
All right. Next, we've got a little matchup of y'all's teams. Georgia traveling to Tuscaloosa.
Go ahead. Go with your heart. Oh, it's on me?
It's on you.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Roll. Yeah, Bama's going to steamroll Georgia in this one.
89-59.
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Well, you know we're scoring more than 89.
You always score over 100. Yeah.
I'll go with my heart. I'll go with the Bulldogs.
I like it.
Take that L, baby. Wear it proudly.
Yep. All right, Texas Tech at Houston. I believe Houston's number 7 team in the country. I got to go with Houston in this one. I just don't see Texas Tech upsetting them quite yet. Jay, who do you got?
Well, you know I like the Cougars. I'll go Cougars.
We need some Cougars for 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, we do. Give me Jay's favorite type of female, the Cougar.
The Cougar. All right, UNC.
David,
Duke.
I think you like them too, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I do. There ain't no shame in any type of woman, right? All women are beautiful. I've heard
that's
that.
what he says.
That's right.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but I say it on air.
That's right. That's right.
Just got to watch out for those Cougars getting in your car, Ricky Bobby.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's how you get over your fear. Get in a car with a Cougar.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That is right.
Facts, as David
Racing Sunday night, by the way.
And if that car is a knocking or rocking, don't come a knocking.
All right, that Tobacco Road rivalry that'll be on here on ESPN Northwest Florida right after the Auburn Tigers finish up. I believe it is to me again. I got to go with Duke. UNC is just not having a great year. Jay, who do you got? Jay, who do you got?
I will take the Devils of Blue.
All right, Devils of Blue. David Hayes, I got
Sweep it out, baby. Cooper Flag is the poop, so you know I got to go with Dookie.
It's the poop, dude. Nice. All right, UConn at Marquette. Jay, top of the order. Back to you.
Oh, this is tough.
Why don't we ever say Dookie anymore? Anyways.
I
know you just said it. But
yeah. Bring it back.
Yeah, bring it back. Bring it back.
I'll try my best.
UConn Marquette.
Come on, pick it.
Marquette.
Run out of time.
I think UConn is probably heavily favored in this game, but I'm going to go with the Golden Eagles, baby. Give me Marquette.
I don't know if they're
Sweep it out. Come
heavily favored.
Come on, sweep it.
No, Ryan. Go the opposite.
No.
Come on.
God, so much pressure. I can't handle all this pressure. I got to pick quick. I am going to go with Marquette to upset UConn. I actually don't know if it's a huge line. I guess we'll find
none
out.
of us are going to know until
They actually release them. All right, David.
What's the record of Marquette? Do you have that in front of you?
I don't have that
Don't
in
worry
front of
about
me.
it.
I think pretty decent. Jay, Arkansas, or David, Arkansas at Kentucky.
Oh, tough. But
the return of Calipari to Kentucky. That's why I threw this one in there.
Give me the blue Wildcats of Kentucky.
All right.
Putting
Kentucky
Calipari in
Wildcats.
his place.
Jay Henley?
Calipari will give justice over there in, where is it?
So you're going with Arkansas?
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah, over in Kentucky.
All right, I am also going with Kentucky to ruin the homecoming there of Calipari. Kansas at Baylor. I believe it's to me to start this one. I'm going to go with Kansas. Jayhawks
it is.
Kansas and who?
Baylor.
Tough.
It's at Baylor.
Bears. But I'll go Rock Top Jayhawk.
Rock Chalk.
Rock Chalk, yeah.
Rocky Top.
Going Tennessee on them.
Yes, a little hybrid there. Little hybrid. All right, Jay, back to you. AFC or the NFC after the Pro Bowl is over on Sunday?
I'll take the AFC.
All right, David?
Yeah, give me the AFC. I almost pronounced that out, and that also wouldn't sound very good.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the NFC. And then we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we get back,
hallelujah,
time for some afternoon delight debriefs. Bring back the word dookie. We'll make it happen. Listen to the Inside Drive. We'll be right back.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening, there will be a moderate breeze out of the south, a mixture of very light rain and mostly clouds, and 69. Mostly clear skies tonight, slightly colder at 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and a light breeze right around 6 miles per hour with a high of 66. About the same at 67 Sunday, and we'll have mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Visit the newly remodeled Mid-South Lumber Hardware and Feed Store in Youngstown. They have a full line of plumbing, electrical, hardware, and tools for your DIY home projects, as well as lumber and animal feed. Now offering not only baby chicks and a full line of poultry supplies, but also bunnies and parakeets. They also carry a wide selection of Duplin wines and gourmet products so you don't have to drive to the beach. Come see us at Mid-South Lumber on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
Your home for Super Bowl 59. WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota. ESPN Northwest Florida.
As a realtor, it's important who you choose as your title company. May we suggest South Oak Title? Their offices are modern, comfortable, and state-of-the-art. South Oak Title can close transactions in any location in Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee. Their free mobile app allows realtors to deliver a net sheet in seconds. They provide mobile closing services to accommodate buyers and sellers. Their offices are beautifully decorated, state-of-the-art, complete, safe, and secure. South Oak Title, creating a better title and closing experience through technology and tailored service. Visit them online at southoaktitle.com.
And now, the afternoon delight debrief with the three degenerates from the Inside Drive. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
Afternoon delight.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's right, why wait until the middle of a cold dark night when everything's a little clearer in the light of day. And we know the night is always gonna be there anyway. 2, 3. Thinking of he's working up my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together make the sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you is getting so excited. Sky rockets in flight. Pew! Afternoon delight. Burning out, now. All right, you ready for this, David?
No.
Started out this morning feeling so polite. Always thought a fish that could not be caught who wouldn't bite. But we've got some bait waiting, and I think I might try nibbling a little afternoon delight. then it goes skyrockets in flight.
I had a little morning delight. Oh.
Verse 2.
That's verse 3. Yeah, but no, so yeah. I always thought a fish could not be caught that wouldn't bite. Unless you got the right bait, Jay.
Oh, that's right.
It's kind of fishing.
Sometimes you just got to dangle that bait.
That's it. Sometimes you got the right bait, sometimes you don't. And sometimes it can be really
disastrous.
Well, sometimes it can be fish after fish after fish, and sometimes you can be waiting and waiting and waiting.
Now, do y'all like live bait or artificial bait?
Are we talking actual fish in here?
Maybe.
I don't know what the other would be.
Well,
I like live bait.
I like dead bait, cut bait.
Okay.
Oh, cut bait.
Yeah.
But no, artificial is fine. Just really anything. Just depends on what we're going for, I think.
Yeah.
Right? You got to use what you're using for the target of what you're targeting.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is right.
Never stay accustomed to one thing. Always, don't be afraid of change.
Change is inevitable.
Change is inevitable. Sometimes it's a slogan.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. You guys are listening to The Inside Drive. Clearly it's Friday. You're listening on either 104.3 here in Panama City and Panama City Beach or 101.9 in Port St. Joe. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch every day, Monday through Friday.
Skeeter.
Most days. Coach James Hill Show from 7 to 9, Inside Drive from 11 to 1. Of course, the afternoon Underdogs from 4 to 6 p.m. Also, your home for select Orlando Magic games. Just read one at a time. Do not laundry list. Why is a laundry list a phrase? Like, why?
Have you ever? I don't think I've ever put together a laundry list.
That's what I'm
grocery
saying.
list.
Yeah. Well, why is the phrase laundry list? It's not like underwear, socks, shirts, pants, shorts. Grocery list has got lots of things on it. I don't know. I was just thinking about that, Jay. I don't make a list before I do laundry.
No, I don't either.
No.
Mm-mm. What?
Usually a long list of items and is used to refer to a list of varying kinds. Indeed, ask any bartender about the most memorable first dates they've witnessed and you'll get a laundry list of cringeworthy encounters. That is from the website of www.merriam-webster.com.
Oh, Webster.
That's what they call me.
Yep.
Webster.
Webster.
From the 80s?
So it's just a phrase, essentially. It doesn't
Noah
actually have a meaning behind it.
Yeah, it's a cliche, like most cliches.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
just wanna know
But
how
maybe
it-
back in the day, you had a longer laundry list, because you couldn't just do as much laundry at the house as what you wanted to. You had to bring your list with you to the laundry-o-mat.
Laundry-o-mat. Suds and duds.
Suds and duds and all your buds.
And diddy docks.
When's the last time y'all hung out at a laundromat?
Hung out?
Yeah.
Bro,
What did
I
your
tell you
laundry?
what, St. Pete, like, there was a laundromat where we used to hang out in front of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
We were kids. None of us were doing laundry, but 7-Eleven was right across the street, so it just made sense.
Yep.
Were your skateboard? Did you have a skateboard?
Skateboards, bikes. We had a gang of everything,
It's
bro.
not a crime, Jay. It's not a crime.
No.
Unless it says no loitering, then it technically is a crime.
True. But skateboarding is indeed not a crime, unless you're just chilling there with your skateboard loitering, like he said.
There's actually, I think downtown it used to be a crime to skateboard.
Really?
I don't know if you would get arrested for it, but they would run you off.
Or give
It's
you a
like,
little-
come on, dude. Like, these are the best places to skateboard, brother.
Now we got multiple skate parks
Yeah.
across Bay County.
Yeah, facts.
Been to the one at the public sports park a few times. It's pretty sweet.
I go bodyboarding over there.
Yeah, nice.
I don't bring a board with me. I just.
Oh, you said bodyboarding, so I
I
figured
know,
you
but
were
that
bringing a board.
The board is my body. I just like
Yeah.
to get a little road rash.
It's like body surfing. It's really smooth concrete, though, so
Yeah.
depending on how
It doesn't hurt that bad.
No, it just peels that fur. You're just doing some
Just the
exfoliation.
epidermis.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. That first layer.
It's like, oh, wait, what is going on right now?
Yeah, no kidding.
This is false.
Yeah. There is it is a nice one, but he's not over there bodyboarding.
Dive on in. Dive in.
Probably stop real quick. You got any good ones? Oh, no, hold on. I didn't let you get to your favorite word to say in the history of time. It's Bill Kramer GM, Kramer Marine and Outdoor. Where are they located, Jay?
Corner of Frankfurt and 23rd.
Absolutely. Drive by it every day, all the time. And lots full of SUVs, trucks. They got electric trucks nowadays, too, in case you want to sneak up on somebody, but also carry a lot of stuff or tow something.
Right.
It works out great. But, yeah, tons of vehicles on the lot, new and used. Just head over there, check out one of their awesome salespeople. They will make it easy and take great care of you. And, of course, Kramer Marine and Outdoors. It's going to be a nice weekend, although very windy today. The next couple of days look like great days to be out there on the water. So if you need a boat, you need your boat fixed, whatever you want. And if you want to sell your boat, they'll do that too. I always forget to mention that, but they'll take the hassle out of getting rid of your boat. They'll do it for you. Obviously, they take a small percentage there for putting in the work, but you don't have to deal with it, and sometimes that is indeed worth it. They sell the family of CRI, that's Seabourn, Spider, Sundance, and Skeeter. Check out all that new and used inventory at KramerMarineandOutdoor.com. All right, Jay, Afternoon Delight Debrief. What you got?
I don't have anything, Ryan.
We do this every day. Not every day. We don't do it on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Because we got old Keith.
Did Keith talk about his wrestling experience?
He did.
What a cool experience that was.
No doubt.
Man.
Brittany for the dub there.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That is for sure.
You got anything?
I do.
Good.
All right. This one, NOAA, NOAA, study ranks groundhogs for weather predicting accuracy as we are coming up. What day is Groundhog Day, Jay?
February 2nd.
That is correct. That is this Sunday, coming up this Sunday. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration released a study analyzing the annual prognostications of weather predicting groundhogs and found the most famous, Punxsutawney Phil, didn't even crack the top 10, Jay. I didn't know there was 10 groundhogs predicting weather.
That's crazy.
NOAA released the study ahead of Groundhog Day, which falls on Sunday, to analyze which groundhogs, along with one prairie dog statue and a tortoise, hey, J-Slow can be a predictor of weather, were the most accurate in predicting whether spring would come early or late. Only groundhogs who have been predicting the weather for at least 20 years were included in the study, and each had to still be active as of February 2nd, 2024. The most accurate weather predictor of the bunch found to be Staten Island Chuck, who accurately predicted the arrival of spring 85% of the time. The rest of the top 5 were Georgia's General Beauregard Lee, who you've mentioned, at 80%, a Wyoming prairie dog statue named Lander Lil with a 75% accuracy rate, a mythical West Virginia groundhog named Concord Charlie at 65%, and Illinois' Gertie the Groundhog with 65% as well. But the most famous weather-predicting groundhog, Pennsylvania's Punxsutawney Phil, was all the way down in 17th place, having predicted the weather accurately only 35% of the time. A beloved national celebrity legend has it that he's been prophesizing when spring would arrive from his burrow on Gobbler's Knob since 1887, NOAA said. How has he lived for so long? The answer is simple. The groundhog Nog fed to him each fall at Punxsutawney's annual groundhog picnic. So he's really that old? They're keeping him alive with some kind of magical groundhog longevity stuff?
Jeez. How old is he again?
How has he lived so the groundhog nog, like eggnog,
yeah.
Groundhog Nog, fed to him each fall at Punxsutawney's annual groundhog picnic. Started in 1887.
Gee.
There's no way that's the same groundhog.
No, I wouldn't think.
That's 100 plus 13 plus 25, so 38. 138 years. There's no way. There's no way.
I don't know. I mean, if you lived in a hole like that for all your life, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
But Staten Island Chuck is number 1, 85% of the time. So if you're looking to actually find out whether it's 6 more weeks of winter or an early spring, sounds like Staten Island Chuck is the one you want to follow. And, of course, your boy, too, Georgia's General Beauregard Lee. He's an 80% clip as well, so might want to check him out. That you mentioned him the other day when we were talking about
yeah.
General Lee.
Yeah.
Beauregard Lee.
He's probably, with all that snow and stuff, he probably, man, it's probably 6 more weeks of winter.
Well, we'll see. It's probably going to be, I know down here it's going to be sunny on Sunday.
Yeah.
But anyway, so just want to update you on that, Jay. So don't necessarily, if Punxsutawney Phil sees his shadow or not necessarily an accurate predictor there of winter weather. All right, let's see. I got some other ones here. All right, this is kind of a fun one. So this is the most Wales, which is over there, part of the Great Britain thing.
Yeah.
Wales' most inappropriate emergency calls include finger stuck in beer bottle. The Welsh Ambulance Service said some of its most inappropriate calls to its 999 emergency number in the past year include a finger stuck in a beer bottle and a person whose pet alligator got loose.
Whales have fingers?
Wales? Wales is a country.
Oh, I thought we were talking about whales as in beluga whale or something. Okay,
No,
never mind. Sorry.
No,
okay.
they don't. They have fins.
I got you.
Flippers, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, whales, like Welsh people.
Wales.
Correct.
Yes. Okay,
Correct.
sorry.
The country. Yeah, nobody's calling. I don't think whales can make phone calls either, let alone drink beer and get their fingers stuck in a beer bottle. I got my finger stuck in a beer bottle and it won't come out, one 999 caller told dispatchers. Another caller reported they had chipped a tooth, and another was unable to remove a tight bracelet. One caller reported a problem with their pet alligator. It got loose and I'm scared to death. I don't like it. I do not like it. I think it's under the sofa. Well, maybe you should not have a pet alligator. Another caller said they were calling out of an abundance of caution. I stuck my finger in a plug socket and I felt no effect, but I'm ruling out if I electrocuted myself, they said.
Oh my God.
One caller reported the cotton from the end of a swab was stuck in someone's ear, and one caller said they were locked outside of their house. These people just don't know the right people to call. I've got a question, a general question, mate. My GP refuses to give me sleeping pills. How do I get a hold of sleeping pills to sleep? Another caller asked. The ambulance service stressed that the 999 number is for health emergencies only. Our emergency ambulance service exists for those whose life is in imminent danger, said Andy Swinburne, executive director of paramedicine. That's people in cardiac arrest, those with chest pain or breathing difficulties, loss of consciousness, choking, severe allergic reaction, catastrophic bleeding, or someone having a stroke. Most people don't know the difference between an emergency and something that is just uncomfortable or irritating but not life-threatening. So if you don't need that time-critical intervention, it's really important to apply common sense and make the right call, Swinburne said. And I think that's the moral of this story is common sense is indeed lost on a lot of folk, especially it seems like over there in Wales.
999, that's the number.
Yeah. A little different than here.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's different everywhere. But
they drive on the wrong side of the road.
It's true. 999.
Yeah.
Versus, what do we call over here, Jay?
911.
There you go. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. Let's see. This is another fun one. Lottery ticket hidden in Bible earns Virginia woman $1 million.
Wow.
A Virginia woman found storing her lottery ticket in the Bible to be a lucky move when she scored a $1 million prize in Virginia's New Year's Millionaire raffle. Jacqueline Mangus told Virginia lottery officials she tucked her raffle ticket away in her Bible after buying it at Lake Mart Deli on Scruggs Road in Monetta. Mangus said she was watching the news recently and learned a ticket bought in Monetta was a $1 million winner. So she received her ticket from its holy hiding place. She told officials she was tickled to death to discover the $1 million ticket was in her hands. Magnus did not reveal she had any plans for her winnings.
I wonder what book and verse and all that in the Bible it was.
That'd be a good question.
It would be a good question.
That would be a good question indeed. Dog rescued after getting stuck under a shipping container. That's an interesting place to get stuck. Firefighters and animal control officers in Florida came to the rescue of a curious canine that attempted to squeeze under a shipping container and became stuck. Oh, this isn't that far away. Escambia County Fire and Rescue and Escambia County Animal Control responded Tuesday after a dog was found trapped under a shipping container at about 10:16 a.m. The dog became stuck when entering the underside of the container and was unable to get back out of the hole, fire rescue officials wrote in a Facebook post. Rescues cut out the framing from the container's underside and then were able to dig a hole to free the dog. Escambia County Animal Control then used a catch-all pole to grab the dog from the confined space, the post said. Fortunately, there were no injuries to the dog.
Is he a citizen?
The dog?
Yeah. Shipping container. Is he trying to go back to Mexico? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Maybe he's just trying to, go on a little adventure.
Yep.
That's how the movie Madagascar happened with all those penguins and animals, right? They were shipped across the sea, and then they got into a storm, and then they all got stranded on Madagascar.
That'd be cool to live in a shipping container for a few weeks, and then you don't know where it's going, and then you just dock somewhere and try to figure out which country you end up.
Climate controlled.
Yeah, because it probably
you got at least a bucket,
right?
Instead of a few weeks. It's a pretty long time.
Yeah, like those shipping, those ships probably take about a month to get from here to across the pond, probably.
Depends on where they're going from or coming from.
Yeah,
because a lot of our stuff for the port here at Port of Panama City comes from the Yucatan in the Progreso area down there in Mexico.
Okay,
so I don't think that takes probably 3 or 4 days, something like that.
Hey, cheap way to go on a cruise ship.
I just don't think it's as fun.
Yeah, right.
No drink package in the shipping container, but a lot of people are using shipping containers to build houses nowadays.
Yeah,
and different things. So,
and then those pods that you see out in the driveway, everybody just moves gradually for weeks on end, rather than just
keep putting stuff in the pod. Eventually, they come pick it up and take it to wherever your pod needs to go.
Yeah.
All right, maybe one more. Crash spills 4,160 gallons of milk onto Florida highway. Firefighters in Florida said drivers on a stretch of the interstate faced a slippery and potentially smelly mess when a truck spilled approximately 4,160 gallons of milk. Palm Beach County Fire and Rescue said on social media the crash occurred just after midnight in the northbound lanes of Interstate 95 and caused a Borden truck to lose its load, hundreds of crates of milk. FBCFR said 11 people were evaluated by emergency responders after the utterly unfortunate crash. Thankfully, they were uninjured and none of them needed to be moved to a hospital, the Post said. Firefighters estimated about 4,160 gallons of milk were spilled across the roadway. It took almost 3 hours to clean up this cream urgency, officials wrote. A lot of puns in that one.
Yeah. The Florida heat, Florida pavement, 80 degrees probably.
Probably spoiled pretty quick.
2 hours tops. You're probably ugh, I can't imagine.
I don't even know if 2 hours. But
nasty.
But yeah, there's a there's a picture of it.
Let me see it. Flip it. Reverse it.
Put my game down. Flip it. All right, Missy.
Oh my God!
It's your freaking wine narrative. If you got a big butt, let me work you. Flip it and reverse it, Jay. But did it turn on you?
It did. It did. It flipped, reversed, it did everything.
Jeez. Utterly unfortunate.
The fact that you know that song,
that was our heyday, man.
Yeah. Come on, man, hit it.
That's Missy. No. We got to go ahead and take a quick break. We got to get our good friend Aaron Bearden on the line and see what the heck is going on down there at Instant Replay Sports Cards. What are you going to play for when we come back in, Jay?
Jack and Diane.
Little ditty. No ditty. About...
Yeah, play something with P. Diddy in it.
Yeah.
That's as ditty as I'm getting.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I seen that baby Earl in the back of your truck, though.
All right. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we get back, we'll be joined by Aaron Bearden from Instant Replay Sports Cards. You guys listen to The Inside Drive. We'll be right back.
It's the PCB Hobby Takeover with Todd. Mondays at 5:20 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
That is a very high-end card and very rare.
Todd talks about coins, trading cards, collectibles, and the amazing stories behind them.
It was the first one that's ever come through my door.
Plus, we'll be taking your calls and questions at 850-215-6290. The PCB Hobby Takeover.
A platform for you to do your hobby.
Mondays at 5:20 on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good afternoon. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Friday's weather forecast. Lightly sprinkling and mostly cloudy the rest of the day with temps near 69 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, a gentle breeze out of the northwest, and a temperature of 53. About the same tomorrow, around 66, with mostly sunshine and a wind around 6 miles per hour coming out of the north-northwest. Mostly sunny Sunday and quite warm around 67. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Olivia here, and right now is the right time to put yourself in a brand new Toyota, where you can get 3.99% APR on the stylish and affordable RAV4, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Get 2.99% on the bold Tacoma, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Or get 2.99% on the hardworking 2025 Tundra. We've got the perfect Toyota for you, right here at Panama City Toyota.
Offer ends February 3rd. For details, visit PanamaCityToyota.com.
Love is in the air at Tracy's Fine Jewelry, and do we have a sweetheart of a deal for you? All diamond heart jewelry is on sale for 25% off. All color gemstone jewelry is 60% off at Tracy's Fine Jewelry. We also have a large selection of gold, silver, and estate jewelry that is sure to melt her heart. Folks have trusted us for 50 years to make their Valentine's sparkle. This year, make it sparkle even more with a sweetheart of a deal from Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
4. Don't mind me. I'm just playing through. Now back to the Inside Drive, live and local from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids growing up in the heartland. Jack is gonna be a football star. Diane debutante, backseat of Jackie's car. Boom, boom, bop. Sucking on chili dog outside the Tasty Freeze. Diane sitting on Jack's lap,
got his hand between her knees. What's he doing, Jay?
Jack says, "Hey Diane, let's run off behind the shade tree. Woo! Dribble off Bobby Brooks. Let me do what I please."
Bum, bum. Jay Henley, ladies and gentlemen. It is Fun Friday, and of course, our 1220 segment always includes our good friend down there from Instant Replay, or over there, I should say. He's not down there. I guess that would be up.
It's up and down because you got to go over the Hathaway Bridge.
No, that's true. You got to go up and
down. The Hathaway Bridge.
The Hathaway Bridge.
Yeah. East, northeast.
No, that's where you
like
go.
80 miles away
that's
from
where
here.
You go, Jay. That's where you go. It's keeping secrets from us. There's no secrets here in the Inside Drive.
There's not.
Secrets don't make friends, and we're the best of friends.
We're the three best friends that anybody could have. What movie's that from?
Don't know.
The
Disney
Hangover.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
Disney movie. What Disney movie were you thinking of?
All of them.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
Or 80 of them, actually. All of them's not the correct terminology. I was looking for an A word there.
Right.
Aaron's like, can I switch from Fridays? I don't want to do Fridays anymore. Oh, goodness. But yeah, down there in the Stanford Station Shopping Plaza, that is Instant Replay, sports cards, everything you could possibly need. Tons of great events, great contests. Aaron, how are you doing on this mild Friday?
I am fantastic. How about you guys?
We're doing good, as we always are here on Fridays. But yeah, so Pro Bowl games got underway last night. Now, the tickets that were given away to your winner, did that include yesterday's events as well, or is that just for Sunday coming up?
I think it's just for the game.
For the actual flag football game. Okay, yes. Very, very cool. Yeah. Very good. And remind me, I know when we asked about it last week, he was actually in store picking up those tickets. Remind me the winner of that one.
Yeah, it's a friend Cosmo.
That's a good name.
Good customer of ours that won it. Yeah, and I think he's down there already.
Nice.
I think he mentioned about having some friends or family in the area, so he's going to go down and kind of make a weekend of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's having a great time down there.
Excellent. Because just an awesome contest, and was really cool to see you guys put that on and give someone an opportunity to have, such a great seat at a very, very fun event, and getting to see these professional athletes kind of in a little different light, so to speak, a little more casual, a little more fun, whatever it may be.
Sure. And getting to say, years from now when a bunch of these guys are enshrined in Canton, that I saw that guy, you get to see a bunch of them at one time.
Absolutely. Not very often you can see that many superstars from the league in one area. That is for sure. All right, Aaron, as we always ask, I know there was a big release that came, and that's the Upper Deck Goodwin Champions. Talk a little bit about that one. I saw that one on the Facebook page. It looked like a pretty cool product.
Yeah, Goodwin Champions finally came out, a little bit delayed, but it's a fun product. Upper Deck is kind of embracing the chaos of not having the licenses for, say, baseball, football, basketball. And so what they're doing is they're putting all that stuff together in one product, along with, the things they do have. And those great Upper Deck exclusive athletes like Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods, putting all that into one product, giving you all the cards that you just can't get elsewhere, the Black Diamonds, the Exquisites, all those cool Upper Deck things that collectors may remember from 20 to 30 years ago. And, putting it all in one box for you at a very affordable price right now for a hobby box. I think they're about $120 or something like that. You get a couple of hits in there. And as always, the thing you're chasing with Upper Deck, somewhere in there are going to be some Michael Jordan autographs.
Absolutely. I saw it on your page. Looks like a pretty awesome product. And a lot of, like you said, great. I mean, for a hobby box, $120, that's some serious bang for your buck right there. That's for sure. Also saw on the Facebook page, today, I believe, is the last day for the Topps buyback program. Can you give us a little detail on that?
But yeah, final day. So Topps started this thing a couple of years ago where whoever won MVP that year in baseball for the American League and the National League, they would essentially buy the cards back from the collector through a Topps-approved hobby shop. So you can bring those cards in, those 2024 Topps Chrome, Shohei Ohtani, or Aaron Judge cards. We've got a page about it on our website. It's one of the first things you see when you go to our site, explaining which ones are eligible. You bring those back in. They start at $20 in store credit toward Topps products for those base cards. Outside of this contest, those cards are going to sell for, $1 to $2. So it's your chance to get a little extra value out of the Topps Chrome product that you've opened. And if you happen to have a better one, some of the more rare limited refractors or serial numbered ones, they can go up to several $100s that they will offer in credit for those.
And then they put those cards back, they get them, autographed, and then get them back into circulation?
A very, very limited number, yes.
Okay.
So for last year, since they were the 2023 MVPs, they took 23 of each card of Shohei Ohtani and Ronald Acuna, and they serial numbered them and had them autograph them and stuck them back into the packs. I believe they took a few more that they didn't get autographed and put a special stamp on them and stuck those back into the packs as well.
Very cool. Very cool. And when you can actually buy that product, when does that usually happen? Like August, September-ish?
Yeah, Chrome generally goes on sale in the summer, usually late July or August kind of a product, depending on how things are running.
Yeah, of course.
But, so a lot of people would go ahead and start buying up the Chrome as soon as it comes out, knowing that, whoever gets MVP, they're going to be doing this promotion with. So we had a lot of people, they were stockpiling, not just Ohtani and Judge, but for a while there, maybe Bobby Witt Jr., some of these other players that look like some front runners at the All-Star break kind of time. Because, like I say, they're cards you're going to get $1 or $2 for. It doesn't hurt you to put them back and see if they're worth $20 once MVPs get announced.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Topps always opens that contest basically as soon as the MVPs, those awards are given out. I think the following morning, you're eligible to bring those cards back in.
How long have they been doing the buyback thing?
This is the third year of it.
Nice.
So
cool.
it's they set it up through the shop. So you bring them into us, we give you the product, the Topps product, and then we package all the cards together and ship them to Topps, and then they reimburse us for for however many cards we turn in. So it's pretty good. Like I say, it gives you some extra value on a product beyond what's already in it. Topps Chrome's already a great product to go
Love
after.
Topps Chrome. Loves it.
Aaron, I didn't quite make it out a couple weekends ago. There was like a toy expo in town. Did you hear about that? I don't know. Anyways.
I heard about it. I did not go to it.
Okay, I got you. I didn't know, like, with the baseball cards, in that world that you're in, does that translate into something similar to, like, a toy expo? Or just curious.
There are some commonalities between all collectibles, particularly over the last few years. Say, like during the pandemic, kind of every collectible saw a huge increase in demand and cost, certainly. So, cards, comics, action figures, all those sorts of things really spiked up a little bit. I know a lot of them are coming back down to earth now. I would imagine, though I don't know for sure, I would imagine a lot of the toys and action figures are kind of the same way. But I certainly know some of the others, the prices have been trending that way.
Aaron, for those...
And to mention, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The MVP, the buyback. So Topps is going to start doing this for every sport, by the way.
Ooh, nice.
They've acquired the NBA license as of January 1st this year. We'll start seeing Topps with NBA team licenses coming out later this year. They will be acquiring the NFL license, unless something changes next year. They just got the WWE license as well, and today is the release of the first Topps WWE product, which was previously a Panini product. So the next thing they've announced will be a Topps WWE buyback program, and I believe it will be based on whoever wins the upcoming WrestleMania.
There you go, Jay. I know we just had one of our regulars, Keith Fleming, was at that was at Raw, right? WWE Raw, and he got a little backstage his wife hooked him up with, and they got to see what Cody Reigns and Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. Yeah. Not Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah. See, I'm almost there.
Yeah. Hey, just take the two former champions, merge them together. Yeah. There you go. Cody Reigns, ladies and gentlemen.
Reigns. It's a new person.
the Samoan Nightmare.
There you go. See, we created a new wrestler.
I like it.
There you go. Aaron,
they did one previously with UFC last year with UFC 300. They offered a buyback program for the winner of the title. So I imagine it's going to be something similar with WWE. They haven't announced all the specifics yet, but if you're picking up some of that WWE Chrome product, certainly you know more about wrestling than I do. But I would imagine if there's a big heavyweight title on the line or something like that, maybe hang on to the two wrestlers that are in it, because probably one of them is going to be the buyback subject this year.
There you go. In the other leagues, it's the MVP, just like baseball.
So far, they haven't done all of them yet. They haven't got all the sports licensed yet, but that looks to be the pattern.
Very cool. That's just it's a little extra something to look for and be excited about, and kind of it's like putting a futures bet on MVP, kind of the same thing, but hopefully hanging on to those cards. And if Shohei continues to do what he's been doing, who knows how many more MVPs that guy will win. I guess we'll find out. Aaron, for those who don't know, maybe just tuning into the show or listening to you for the first time, you guys make the card grading process if someone's looking to get their cards graded because of a very special relationship you guys have with a company that does grading and authentication. Tell everybody about that and what they can do if they want to. They've got a card that they're curious about, whether they should send it in and get graded or not. Remind all our listeners about that cool service that you guys offer.
Sure. Yeah, we are a CGC authorized dealer. We're the only one in the northern half of Florida. CGC is a fantastic company for grading cards, comic books, all sorts of collectibles, and that's whether it's sports cards, non-sports, gaming cards like Pokemon and Magic. They do all of it. They are long time respected experts in the industry, and because we are an authorized dealer, you actually have a bit of peace of mind submitting your cards through us. I know there are a lot of places that they'll say, "Oh, we'll send your stuff to a grading company for you." Problem with that is, unless they have an official relationship with those companies, you hand your cards over to them. You basically, as far as the courts are concerned, you're giving them your cards. So if your cards were to get damaged or lost or something like that, there's really no liability there. You're kind of just out of luck. But, as I say, we're an authorized CGC store. You can bring your cards in, your comics, whatever you've got, and we do all the paperwork, the digital paperwork for you, and get you a good price on it. For cards, we do bulk submissions every week, so it's fine. If you've only got one or two cards, maybe you want to, dip your toes in the water of grading and see what it's like. Bring in a card or two. We bundle it with everybody else's stuff and cards of our own. To hit the minimum quota, we send them out, and right now it's taking them about 5 weeks or so. 6 weeks.
That's not bad.
And no, it's not bad, because not only are they cheaper than some of the others, like PSA, who's just crazy expensive right now.
And makes a lot of mistakes.
Makes a lot of mistakes, and they're not bringing the value. There's this thing, people just keep repeating, well, PSA sells more. They don't. They're really, at this point, it's about, when you see a listing on eBay, it's about the seller. They have a good picture, they have good feedback, good time of day, stuff like that. There's really no one company that just concretely outsells the other every single time. So not only is CGC cheaper, they are much, much faster. Right now, PSA's turnaround for their bulk service is about 7 to 8 months. I said CGC will get you 5 to 6 weeks instead of PSA's 7 to 8 months.
Yeah, I would imagine doing that long. That's insane.
Yeah, and even when people talk about, the PSA version of this card sold for $120, CGC or Beckett or SGC sold for $100. Okay, sure, that one time it did. However, the CGC card, you paid a lot less to get it graded. You had it back in 5 weeks. You sold it, got your money. You bought more cards, got those graded, sold them. Rinse and repeat. You did that 4 or 5 times before that PSA card came back the first time.
Yep. No, that's 100% right. Time is money, right, Chad?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and in this business, you're going to wait 7 or 8 months on an athlete. The entire season will be over by then. They may have gotten an injury or traded to a. Who knows?
The value of that card could go down with that period of time.
Sure. But so we are, as I said, CGC authorized dealer. Bring your stuff in. If you got any questions, we'd love to talk to you about it, kind of walk you through the whole process. It's really easy to do, very affordable. I think right now, they're running about $12 a card for bulk services. That covers cards up to $500. And that is raw value. That's not, don't think, well, my card, if it gets a 10, it's going to be worth $2,000, so I have to pay this. Nope, we're talking raw value, and that's really based on what you can afford to live with for insurance purposes should something happen to your card.
Yeah.
So if you got a card that's worth, $550 and you want to declare it at $500, you go, it's very unlikely something is going to happen to your card, but anyway, that will determine your insurance payout, which they will handle. Yeah. So, it's a great resource. It can just vastly increase the value of your cards. We're getting them in pretty much every week now for customers that have sent cards out with us, and they've been very happy with the grade so far, very happy with what it's done to the value of their collections.
Yeah, no doubt. And like you said, that bulk service, you're saving a ton of money. If you try to do this on your own with some of these other companies, depending on what value of the card you're sending in, it could be significantly more than $12 a card. So that's a huge, huge value with you guys being an authorized CGC dealer to save some of your customers some serious cash.
And in fact, I sent out a shipment this week. It was $70 in shipping and insurance for us to send out a shipment. So, and that's not going to change whether it's one card or 50 cards. That price is just going to be that price. So if you're on your own, you think, well, I've got one card I want to send off. What's $12? Really, it's going to be more than that if you can't do bulk.
Yeah.
But you're going to be looking at say $60 to $70 shipping and insurance if you're having to cover all of that yourself for just one card.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You can get that one card included with your bulk shipments and have it back in 5 to 6 weeks. Aaron, I know for all the Pokemon fans in the area and people that like to play the game, you got a big night coming up tomorrow night.
Oh, we do. Yeah, first Saturday of each month right here is Pokemon Trade and Play Night. So bring those Pokemon cards in. You got your binders. Your kids got their cards they want to swap with other kids. We facilitate all of that. We also have a Pokemon League here at the shop. You can come in and play and get your league reports as well. So great, two birds with one stone kind of event. We do try to keep it so the kids trade with the kids, the adults trade with adults. We want parents to feel secure that, their kids maybe aren't getting taken advantage of or something like that, getting pressured into a trade that, they really shouldn't make. So we do try to keep a little bit of an eye on that. But like I say, it's also a chance to come in and get into some Pokemon organized play. If you don't know how to play the game, it's fine. You can come in and watch what they're doing and, learn from that. We can help you get an organized play account and an ID number. Or like I say, you just come in and trade cards.
Yeah.
It's a great event for anybody that's into Pokemon, and it's tomorrow night at 5 p.m.
Absolutely. And tomorrow you also have your Saturday break at noon. And then, of course, you've got Kids Club coming up tonight as well. Aaron, we appreciate you as always. Look forward. Next week, I was going to text you. I've got to go up to Atlanta for a couple more MRI scans, so I will not be here. We will not have a show next Friday. So,
Gotcha.
And then
Gotcha.
so if there's another day you want to jump on, we can make that work for sure. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'll shoot you a text after the show.
All right.
Yeah. So everybody go down, check out Instant Replay Sports Cards down there in the Stanford Station Shopping Plaza next to Sweet Frog Creamery and Academy Sports and Outdoors. Aaron, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you hopefully sometime earlier next week, not on a Fun Friday.
Absolutely. Hey, you guys take care. Everybody out there, be good. Come see us.
Yeah, there you go. Instant Replay Sports Cards. When we get back, we'll be joined by Alan Sandage to find out some of the superstars from the Senior Bowl over there in Mobile. Now he's far away, but he wasn't too far away before. But about to get him on the line. You guys listen to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is the Panhandle's official radio home for Super Bowl 59.
Kansas City Chiefs.
10-yard touchdown run by Mahomes.
Versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Touchdown! Saquon Barkley!
Super Bowl Sunday coverage starts at 1.
Kickoff at 5:30 p.m.
Listen live in a rich audio experience on your home for the NFL in Super Bowl 59. ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Discover Kia at Bill Bird Kia. The road is yours in 2025. Let Kia take you on New Year adventures and drive away today in a new 2025 Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Now offering 1.9% APR up to 60 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sportage. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us today at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sportage with $1,748 per month per 1,000 finance and 60 months. Quality's limited. Not to be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 2/3/25.
Live from the 19th hole.
I can't believe you're a professional golfer. I think you should be working at the snack bar.
It's the Inside Drive from the Bill Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studio.
The price is wrong.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bathe. All those tours covered with oil.
Baby oil. No Diddy.
Strumming my six string.
That you are.
On my front porch swing.
You wish you were broken.
Smell them shrimp, they're beginning to boil.
Jack Agent plays tonight.
Wasting away again in Margaritaville.
55 and older.
Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim, but there's a one to blame. But I know it's my own damn fault.
Every time, Jay. Every time. All day, every day. You guys listen to the Inside Drive. You know the guitar means it's Fun Friday. Jay Henley bringing us in with a little Jimmy Buffett there, Jay. Good stuff.
Gimme, Jimmy, gimme.
Okay. All right, then. We haven't heard from our...
Slam Jam.
That's right. That's right. We haven't heard from this guest in a long time. He's the sports director up there for ESPN Richmond, but wasn't too far away from us the last couple of days over there in Mobile, South Carolina for the Senior Bowl, and that is our good friend Alan Sandage. Alan, my first question for you, how long was the ride from Atlanta to Mobile?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Keith was in his bag, man. He was flying. So it probably was about 4 and some change, but it just felt like it was super quick. Plus, we gain an hour.
Yeah, yep. Central time zone, baby.
When we go back, and then we lose an hour when we come up. So I'm not gonna. My clock's been off something terrible, man. Like I got up today. I called my daughter. I was freaking out. It's Friday, and she doesn't have class, and I thought it was Thursday. So I'm fussing at her for missing the bus, and she had missed the bus. So I'm on that kind of time.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we're right here on that border. I used to help out with another golf course back in the day, and it was in the Eastern time zone while I was still working in the Central time zone, and scheduling meetings and all that always really confused me. So my follow-up question to that car ride was, how many words were you able to get in during that ride with Keith from Atlanta to Mobile?
We got good chemistry, man. Like, he's in the zone. You know, it's a long trip. You got your music playing. Mostly
you don't have to talk much, do you?
No, we don't really talk. We don't talk as much as you would think we would talk.
Well, I wasn't saying you. I was saying, like, you don't have to talk much because there's plenty of talking going on.
Nah. Like, honestly, he's very inquisitive about football and just the event in general, like who you're looking for and things like that. We talk about so many random things. I think we spent more time actually conversating when we stopped at, like, Buc-ee's and stuff like that. But, like, on the road...
You hit the Buc-ee's there in Gulf Shores.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's mandatory. We have to stop on the way down and on the way back.
Yeah, that's part of the excitement about it all. Well, obviously we didn't have you call in to talk to you about riding with Keith in a car. I wanted to kind of get, you've got a great eye for evaluating talent on the football field. So wanted to kind of get your thoughts on some people that may have surprised you, some names that may not have done as well as you thought they were going to do, and talk about a little bit of those people that'll be draft eligible coming up here in a couple months.
Yeah, so I split it up, American and national team, offense and defense. So the American team, they've got Jackson Dart and Milroe and Leonard. Like the big names when we think of who's going to be at the Senior Bowl are on the American team. But the biggest surprise for me on the American side for the offense was probably TCU's wide receiver, Jack Beck. He had one of the most consistent performances from day 1 to day 3, I think, of anybody out there. Like, you could find something negative on Twitter or in somebody's write-up about every single athlete out there, but collectively everybody was impressed, if not satisfied with what they got out of him. He's a wide receiver from TCU. Mason Taylor, the tight end from LSU, my future wife's nephew. If you don't know, Joy Taylor's nephew, Jason Taylor's son.
Yep. Hey, move up that corporate ladder, baby.
Yeah, no, I'm trying. I thought he did really well for his stock. He turned some heads, and the tight end position was pretty deep in this particular Senior Bowl. And so, like, if you're not able to get one of the best at the very top of the list, I think you'd be satisfied with some of the guys who'll get around rounds 3 and 4. And then there's a guy from Alabama A&M. His name is Carson Vincent. He might be the biggest person I've ever seen don pads in person. Like, yeah, he's 6'6", 340, but I'm pretty sure he's like 6'7", like 360. Like, I think they're lying a little bit. But he did really well for his stock. He's from an HBCU. I think he was the only one from an HBCU there, if I'm not mistaken. But, like, just the one-on-one drills for the offensive line, the defensive line are so competitive. And he really held his own against guys like my buddy from Ole Miss, Walter Nolan, who I really like. Like, he put him in a box, man. Like, when you can do that against top-tier talent and you're from an HBCU, you're always going to get a lot of buzz about you.
Yeah, no doubt. Who was the one that got the I can't remember the name, and I should have looked it up before we had you on, but the defensive lineman that just bowled over that offense.
Obliterated. Yeah.
Did you guys see that one in person?
So, ironically, the one work obligation I had made me miss that moment. I was recording the show. I was hot. But that gentleman is Mike Green. He went to UVA. He's from Williamsburg, Virginia.
Oh, man,
So
he's from
one of our
your
guys.
area there.
Yeah, he's one of our guys. He's 248 pounds. And the guy that he blew up is 6'5", about 25, I believe. And he's a 5-star left tackle from Oregon. And he hit him, blew him up, and walked off and never participated the rest of the day. He actually left Mobile after that. Like, he walked off after that hit and was like, I'm good. And I'm pretty sure everybody was like, yep, you are good.
Yeah, we don't need to say anymore. You did what you needed to do. I mean, and that's really what the Senior Bowl is for, right? Like, because, a lot of these guys aren't on these, the teams that are making the playoffs and everybody's watching on Saturdays. And it gives guys an opportunity like Mike Green that we may never have heard of, especially down here. And obviously has this huge impact moment in the world we live in with social media and all that stuff. It just goes and blows up so quickly.
Yeah, and it stinks that, I would imagine you guys haven't heard of him, but he led the FBS in sacks, right?
Yep.
And it's one of those things where shame on Conference USA, shame on Marshall for not being able to promote that kind of player in a bigger platform. Like they had plenty of ESPN games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like if the guy like Keith was down there with me, but there's another guy from our area down there. He didn't even know Mike Green was from Virginia, and I'm like, see, like you'd be surprised, right? And I would say, yeah, you're correct. It's a mixed bag now because there are some guys down there who get to show you things that you can't see on film. One of my videos I did with one of our fellow Hokies, he talked about how this gave him an opportunity to show scouts he could play outside as wide receiver because the majority of his film and the body of his work in college is him playing slot. So he wanted to erase that stigma, and he did, right? Like he lined up outside. He did a lot of work outside the numbers, and he held his own and got great reviews from it. So it boosts him. There's other guys who wanted to show, they're typically running the ball, Ollie Gordon, but now they get to catch out the backfield more, so guys can see that they have soft hands. And there's another asset to their game that you wouldn't necessarily see on film because of how they're used in the systems that they come from.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just cool to see a lot of these guys get out there, and I know the Thundering Herd, I believe, put a whooping on my Chanticleers this past year, and I think I do remember Mike Green making some serious plays in that game.
He stands out.
No doubt. Quarterback side, Alan, who do you think had the best, or I guess it's still going on, but who do you think improved their draft stock the most? Obviously, there were some high-profile quarterbacks at the scene. I know you got Riley Green, Jalen Milroe, Jackson Dart, and a few other kids there. But in your opinion, who do you think which quarterback had the best practices and maybe moving their stock up a little bit?
I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. It's Tyler Show from Louisville. I think I thought he showed the best anticipation on his throws. Reminded me a lot of what Bo Nix showed last year when he came to the Senior Bowl. And I thought he definitely raised his stock. Dylan Gabriel, Milroe, Dart, Riley Leonard, I don't think they answered any questions that we didn't already have. And to be honest, me personally, and I'm not Mel Kiper, but me personally, the big names, out of all the big names, Dart is the one I think I would still be as high on as I was going into the Senior Bowl practices and coming out. I don't think Dylan Gabriel is going to work. He could, obviously, but he's short and he's not as athletic as Kyler Murray, right? Like that's what I wrote down in my notes. He's like an unathletic Kyler Murray, which is saying a lot because he's not that unathletic. He's just not Kyler Murray.
Yeah, so, and if you're going to be that height, you got to be able to move.
He was quick. He was quicker to get rid of the ball, but that also created some issues because he didn't have a lot of accurate throws in the live drills. Riley Leonard hardly threw or did anything, honestly, if you ask me. There might be some clips of him online, but I'm telling you, I watched the entire thing. He was not impressive, but I think that's just because he was probably the most banged up coming in.
Oh, man. He got brutalized by Ohio State, the national championship.
But personality-wise, he was awesome, man. Like, he stayed out there, signed autographs for kids, talked to fans. Like, that's cool. He is definitely a marketable player. If he can get into the league, he'll be a lot of fun. And then Milroe, I'm not trying to bash the dude. But
no, I saw some clips of him.
It's the same things. Like, this is why Nick Saban benched you, right?
Yeah.
Somebody will probably take a flyer on him because he's athletic and he went to Alabama, but he needs a lot of work. And somebody compared him to Anthony Richardson, and, of course, you know, me blurting out, what has that gotten the Colts? Right?
Yeah, a lot of injuries and not a lot of success, but
yeah, that's not saying a lot. So
yeah, kind of seeing how he was. Just he's not the best passer. His pocket presence, his footwork's really not that great, but he's an athlete and he can obviously run with the football. But how far will that take him? Where will he get drafted? I guess we'll find out. Real quick, Alan. We only got about a minute left. Chiefs or Eagles?
I'll take the. I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Yeah, you think
Jalen Carter and that offensive line, the trenches is where it's going to be won at. Go Eagles.
Yeah, and I think Philly's trenches are pretty spectacular, no doubt about that. But hard to believe we're still talking about Patrick Mahomes and Super Bowls. But here we are. Dynasties, you love them or hate them. They're good and bad. They get people to root against them, and there's a lot of people to obviously root for them as well. Well, Alan, we appreciate you jumping on with us. Hopefully you had safe travels back. Hopefully you get back to your Eastern time zone comfortability here in the next day or so. It's good to hear from you.
Sitting in the parking lot right now, about to go on air in about an hour. So, yep, I'm back.
There you go. Jumping right back into it. But lots of new stuff to be able to talk about, that's for sure. Yep. Alan, we appreciate your time. And always, hopefully not too much of a stranger, and we get to get you back on sometime soon, maybe as we approach the NFL draft. But have a great rest of your day and a great weekend.
For sure. Take care.
All right. You guys listen to The Inside Drive. Jay, you got 30 seconds for a takeaway.
Oh, boy.
Nope, you don't. You don't have anything. Y'all have a great
You got 10 seconds.
Oh, 10 seconds.
5.
Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather.
There you go.
A terrible takeaway. That's a future predictor.
Golfwithjay.com. Afternoon under arms at 4. We'll see you guys on Monday.
It's the ESPN Northwest Florida Hall of Arts Magic Express. We're taking a busload of sports fanatics on the ultimate road trip to watch the Orlando Magic play the Sacramento Kings March 29th at